Scary gang. All right, so your girl is back, and I'm back with another crazy story. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, you know I've been covering the Orrin and Orson West case. Now, this case is very, very, very serious, and it involves a missing 3-year-old and a missing 4-year-old. Now, the circumstances surrounding their disappearance is very, very sketchy. Now, Orrin and Orson West, they were born to Ryan Dean, and Ryan Dean is their biological mother. But for some reason in 2019, Ryan, she lost custody of the kids. Now, it's being said that even though Ryan lost custody of the kids, she has been working, trying to get her kids back. But unfortunately, the fathers of Orrin and Orson West, they have basically said they don't want any rights to Orrin and Orson West. So when the mom lost custody, Orrin and Orson went into foster care. Now, when they went into foster care, by 2019, they were adopted by Jacqueline and Trezell West. These are their adoptive parents. Now, Jacqueline and Trezell West, they're a married couple, and they have a total of 6 kids. Now, involved in all of this is 2 biological kids and 4 foster kids, including Orrin and Orson West. Now, so basically on December 21st, Jacqueline and Trezell, they're saying that the 4 older kids were gone on vacation with their grandparents. Now, we don't know a lot of details and where they went on vacation to, when they went on vacation, but it's being said that the only 2 kids in the house on December 21st were Orrin and Orson West. Now, it's being said that Jacqueline West, which is the adoptive mother, she was wrapping Christmas gifts for Christmas. So she sent Orrin and Orson out to play with chalk. Now, the crazy thing is, while they're out playing with chalk, the dad, which is Trezell, he's moving wood back and forth. He's saying that he's trying to start a fire in the home, you know, because it's cold outside. So he's basically moving wood from one side of the fence to the next side of the fence. And Orrin and Orson, they're in the backyard, they're playing with chalk, and the mom is in the house. Now, somewhere along the lines, around 4:30 to 5:30 p.m., that time span, Orrin and Orson went missing. So Orrin and Orson, they go missing, and Trezell is saying that as he's moving the wood back and forth, he finally realizes that he left the fence open. Now, he's saying that some kind of way Orrin and Orson got past him and went out of this fence while he wasn't paying attention. So Trezell is saying that he went in the house, he asked his wife, like, look, Jacqueline, have you seen the boys? They're not outside anymore. Remember, this is a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. They're not outside. I can't find them. Do you know where the boys are? So Jacqueline then proceeds to tell Trezell, no, I don't know where the boys are. I've been in the house wrapping Christmas gifts. Now, the problem that I have with this particular story is they are 3 and 4 years old. I'm trying to understand why you couldn't put them in another room while you wrap gifts. I'm not understanding why they had to sit outside. It was very, very cold in Cal City. I'm trying to understand why the boys couldn't sit inside with them as they wrapped the Christmas gifts. But that's neither here nor there. They realize that, okay, the boys are gone. So Trezell hops in their van and he rides around looking for the boys. And when he can't find them, they go ahead and they call police.
I came in the house. I saw them there. I went in the house. I came back out. I didn't see them now.
Trezell West details the moment his 2 adopted boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin, went missing Monday night from their California City home. Moments before, West says he was gathering wood to start a fire.
I opened up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest 2 go outside and play with chalk on the back patio.
Shortly after, West says he no longer saw the boys on the patio. He asked his wife Jacqueline if she saw them. She said no. That's when he says panic set in.
I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold.
West said he then called the police within minutes. Since then, California City Police, the FBI, and the Kern County Sheriff's Office have been investigating. Police searched the couple's home.
The police arrived. The police frantically look up and down the street. They try to retrace steps. They look in the backyard. They look everywhere, and the boys are nowhere to be found. Now, you guys, only a few moments had passed in the time that Trezell noticed them missing, and from the time that he went out and looked for them and called the police. So you talking about from around 4:30 to around 5:30. This is the time span that everything is going on. So we're trying to understand, where did the boys go that fast? If somebody abducted the boys, how did they get past Trezell? How did they get past taking the boys? Did the boys scream? Where are the boys?
With the latest on the investigation, Bain, what can you tell us?
Austin, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but there are neighbors shouting outside of the foster parents' home right now. Tensions are pretty high. According to neighbors, there was a police presence here around 9 p.m. They were told that they were digging in the backyard of the foster parents' home. This comes to us as there is a new memorial outside the home in honor of the two missing boys.
It's been, 4 days? It's going on 4 days. Tomorrow is Christmas.
The Cal City community is still distraught over the two missing boys. There is now a new addition to the neighborhood. This is a small memorial, leaving candles and toys, hoping the toddlers come home safely.
Next day, you guys, after they can't find the boys nowhere in the area, they go ahead and they issue an Amber Alert. Now, the crazy thing is the parents, the adoptive parents, which is Trezell and Jacqueline, they then do this crazy press conference, you guys, and the dad gives off Chris Watts vibes. And I like I said, I covered this story on TikTok, so a lot of y'all know what Chris Watts vibes are. It's just basically, he just did not seem like he was telling the truth. He seemed very defensive. He even had his arms crossed like this the entire interview. He didn't seem opening, like he just didn't seem like he was trying to find his kids. Now, the biological mother, which is Ryan Dean, she then does an interview and she says some very interesting things. She says that her kids did not like Trezell and Jacqueline. She's saying that whenever she went on like a home visit, I'm not sure if it was when they lived in Cal City, because they had just moved to Cal City in September. They stayed in Bakersfield. So I'm not sure if they had visits while while the kids were in Cal City, but she's saying that when she did visit the kids did not like Jacqueline and Trezell. She's saying Trezell walked around in military gear. He walked around with hunting knives. Like, it was just like something was not right with these adoptive parents. But during their interview, you guys, the adoptive parents, they made sure to let it be known that they understand the biological's family anger. They understand the frustration, because basically they were supposed to take the kids and give them a better home, give them a better life, but instead the kids ended up going missing in their care. Now, at first, Jacqueline and Trezell, they're an open book. They're telling everybody, look, this happened, that happened. They're doing their press conference. But then all of a sudden, maybe like 2 weeks after the boys are still nowhere to be found, Jacqueline and Trezell, they released this statement. And in this statement, they're basically saying, look, biological family, we don't need your 2 cents. You couldn't take care of your children. Your baby daddies, they basically gave up their rights. You have no room to talk or judge us, period. Like, when I tell you they went off in this statement, people were basically saying, look, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the kids. We don't care about this he say, she say, nothing. We asking you guys, where are the kids? Because y'all are the adoptive parents. Y'all had control over this situation. How did you let these 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, how did you let them slip out a gate?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Dean says that imagining her boys are gone is a nightmare. She says that she misses them every day and is heartbroken that she isn't involved in their lives. Dean hopes that her children are okay and that she will be able to see them again.
If they find my kids, can they just give them back to me? Whatever I have to do to work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. I come from a good background, as you can see, and I don't understand. I just want my babies. If they find them, just give them back to me, please. That's all I want. If they just find them, I just want my kids back to me.
23ABC did speak to the biological father of the 2 missing toddlers, who declined interviews and wished to keep their names private. If you have any information.
So as the investigation, you guys, it gets crazier and crazier. The community, they come together, they try to help find Orrin and Orson. So they're searching, and it's a lot of desert and it's a lot of land. Cal City is one of the most biggest cities in California. So they're searching and they're searching, and they come across this gift bag. Now, this gift bag was found in the middle of nowhere, kind of like off on a path behind the house. And on the gift bag, it had Orson's name on it. Now, that is very, very crazy that you're rummaging through the desert, trying to find clues, trying to find anything, and you come across a bag with Orson's name on it. That's crazy. Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, since the kid's been missing, people have been putting gifts on the parents' front door in their yard. They've been lighting candles. So maybe this is just like a gift that got blown away or something like that. That's what a lot of people think. But investigators, they still took in this bag for evidence, because I mean, it's strange to find a bag with Orson's name on it in the middle of the desert. So y'all, weeks and weeks are going by, and there are no signs of Orrin and Orson West. Now, slowly the community, they start to turn on the adoptive family. They start busting out windows in their home. They're leaving signs on the door saying, "Where are the boys?" I mean, honestly, because the adoptive parents, the story starts not to add up. Now, a YouTuber by the name of AV Watchman, you have to go check out his page. I'm not going to steal his videos, but he has a video of the surveillance footage from a neighbor's home next door. So what's crazy is, it seems like YouTubers and true crimers are busting this case wide open before the police and investigators can. Now, AV Watchman, he went to the neighbor's home, and he got the surveillance, and he videotaped it off his iPhone, and he basically uploaded the video surveillance to his YouTube. Now, in the video surveillance that AV Watchman posted, you guys, this is what's so crazy about it. You never see the kids playing in the backyard. The entire time on this video evidence, you guys, you see the dog's shadow going back and forth. You also see Trezell go in the backyard for a few minutes, then come out, but you never see the boys playing. He's saying they were playing with chalk. You never see them in their backyard. That would lead people to believe that the kids were never there. Now, a lot of people think that the kids never moved with them when they moved to Cal City. And the reason being is because when the boys first went missing, no neighbors had ever seen the kids. Now, they've been there since September. That's October, November, December. So roughly 3 months. No neighbors saw none of the kids in 3 months. Now, another thing is, during this video surveillance that they got from the neighbor's house, around the time frame that Trezell is saying that the boys went missing, you can see Trezell getting in his van and waiting for a little while, and then he gets in the van, pulls off, and proceeds to look around the neighborhood, I'm guessing for the kids. The crazy part in the whole situation is, Trezell gets in his van and he sits a little while. Now, if you're looking for your kids, if you just realize my kids got out of the gate, I don't know where they are, why aren't you frantically rushing? Like, I would have been foot on the gas. I would have been out of there. This man took his precious time. It's almost like he was trying to build an alibi. It's almost like he was trying to waste time in order to give it a little bit of time to say, okay, well, the boys are missing. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it just did not look right, you guys. It almost looked like it was staged. You never saw Jacqueline come out of the house. You never saw the boys or anybody on the street at all during this time. Now, this surveillance catches him pulling out of the driveway. It catches him going up the street, and it even catches him turning. So I'm trying to understand, if the boys were abducted, why isn't this on the surveillance? If the boys got out of the fence, why aren't the boys on surveillance leaving the fence? I don't think the boys were ever there. As this case continues to build, you guys, I honestly think that something happened to the kids back in the old town that they were from. My opinion, this is solely my opinion, because I know you're innocent until you're proven guilty. My opinion is, I think something tragically happened to the boys, whether it was accidental or intentional. Something happened to the boys before they moved. And I'm thinking that the move was to stage the kidnapping, if that makes sense. I think they moved to Cal City because all of the desert. I think because of so much land there, it would be nearly impossible for people to track the boys. You know, I'm a parent and I try not to judge parents. I mean, they are adoptive parents and they do try to give kids a better life, a second chance at life. I get it. I understand they're under a lot of scrutiny. I understand they're under a microscope right now. But at this point in time, the adoptive parents are not giving me the vibes that they really care. Like, even down to the search efforts. They did not participate in the search efforts on the first night of the kids missing. Now, that's the most crucial night. Everybody knows the first 48 hours is the most crucial. Now, they didn't participate in the search. The reason why they said they didn't participate in the search was because they were saying that the police told them that it's professionals out there. There's no need for you guys to be out there. But I ain't never heard of that. I'm just being real. Every missing person case I've ever covered or I've ever been involved with or seen, I see the parents be the first ones out there with flyers. The parents don't even sleep. Most of the time, the parents be out there before the police can be out there. So the fact that they didn't go search because the police said don't go search, no, I wouldn't buy that. Another key piece of evidence in this case is Trezell West, his brother, is supposed to be like this NAACP speaker or something like that, activist or something, and he did not mention the boys for like, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks on his page. A lot of people pointed out that if you're like this activist, if you speak up for, you know, black people, if you speak up for crimes that's going on in the black community, why didn't you speak up when your nephews were missing? Now, granted, later on, he did go ahead and he changed his profile picture to Orrin and Orson. And now he's saying that he's participating. I guess he's like the speaker for the family. But at the same time, at first, you guys, he did not say anything about the boys missing. Now, I think they said that the adoptive dad was in the military and he suffered from PTSD, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm hearing that the adoptive mom maybe had drug charges from a long time ago. I don't know if that plays a role in it, but it does show, you know, something might not have been right there. Now, as I said before, you guys, a lot of YouTubers, true crimers, they are cracking this case wide open. Like, most of the leads have come from YouTubers, and people are going out there to Cal City. Actual YouTubers are going out there. They're looking at the home. They're going around the area where it happened. They're questioning that. Like, they going ham for Orrin and Orson, and I love to see it because this is our platform. This is our way to show that we have a voice and that we can help in situations like this. You know what I'm saying? So I find it like it's very, very amazing that true crimers, all the true crimers that are covering this case, you guys, I got to give my hats off, round of applause, because y'all have really outdone yourself and y'all are doing really good with finding evidence in this case. I am very, very curious as to you guys' opinion on this case. Like I said, they're innocent until they're proven guilty. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm blaming somebody when it comes to this. I just want to help find Orrin and Orson West. Now, I honestly do think that the police need to question the adoptive parents a little bit more, and maybe they need to be questioned separately, because for some reason I feel like Trezell is doing a lot of the talking because he doesn't want Jacqueline to say too much, if that makes sense. I don't think he wants Jacqueline to say the wrong thing. So I'm very curious as to if the police would do more investigating after this surveillance has came forward and showed that the boys never left the yard. Oh, and another piece of evidence came forward because they rewinded the surveillance back to the day that they went Christmas shopping, and they're saying that it was only 4 kids that got in the van. Remember, they have 6 kids. So Orrin and Orson could very well much have been missing weeks before this even happened. So I'm very curious as to see what goes on, how this unfolds, you guys, and I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on everything that's going on with this case. Now, before we get out of here, I just want to add, you guys, that I am going to try to start covering other content. I'm still going to be doing true crime, but I want to add like a little bit of everything in there. I want to cover news events. I know my last video was about the riots and other things going on in the world. So 2021, I know a lot of things are going on. The inauguration is going on. We're going to be talking about that. And I have a lot of things planned for you guys. So please stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, you guys. Hit the notification bell. And that's all I got for you guys today. Bye.